Okay, I got that big block apart. Looks like we just have maybe some bearing damage, some funny wear patterns. None of the rings were broke, so I think the drag was just some bearing issues, and I don't know if that's normal, but to me the cam bearings don't look like they're wearing good, and they all kind of look like that. So the crank bearings didn't look too bad. So this thing's gonna need a little more work than I had planned on putting this together. So it might be a little bit before we see that running in there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this 305 ready to go in there since it's already running. Alright, we'll come back. Wanted to come in and say I'm back on the Monte Carlo again. The big block's gonna take a little more to put together than what I got. So I ended up putting this 305 in here. Kind of planned on doing this anyways. Try this car out with I guess the stock version of itself. Probably the only thing that I'm going to do to it before I get it out there. Probably going to have to be an intake and some headers. Really don't want to waste money on headers for this, but I really don't like these manifolds, so probably buy some cheap eBay headers or something, throw them on. I was getting ready to fire this up and had a little bit of a wiring problem. The wires that run to the starter, the wires that run down to the starter probably got a bare spot in them somewhere, so they're shorting out. So I'm gonna get that fixed real quick and see if this thing will fire up just for a real little bit. So we'll come back when it's ready. Okay, I got everything hooked up, and we're gonna see if it'll start and idle. I've had a lot of problems with that carburetor just because I had bad gas in the truck, so I did take it apart and kind of clean it, but it's still pretty bad. So not sure if this thing's gonna idle or want to run, but we can address that later. Probably should take that belt off, but I gotta get another one anyway, so. Alright, it's gonna take a minute to start. It's gotta pull gas. Gas in this car is pretty terrible too, so. Yeah, it had ether in it. Well, she's got half a tank in her. Finally got gas up to it. It's a pretty big struggle. We're leaking, so I ain't gonna run it very long. Sounds quite a bit better now. It can breathe without that restrictive exhaust on it, which I don't remember if I showed you guys, but I'm pretty sure that's not good. I don't know who did that, but definitely a big no-no. Might have been a lot of problems I had with that truck to begin with, and getting this thing to accelerate. So we're not going to do too much more. Just have to do little by little. For the transmission, I got to get some seals for it, and we can slowly put this thing back together. My autocross this car, so I got to figure out something with the power steering pump. I got to go get some brackets and get a shorter belt, and should have power steering back. Probably going to delete that in the future, but for now, it'll be useful. All right, I'm gonna get this done. We'll see you guys next time. Forgot I also wanted to add, it sounds like we got a loose lifter in there, so we're gonna pull the valve covers off and mess with that after we get the tranny in this thing. All right, we'll see you later.